What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today, we're going to be checking out something super cool I woke up to see. Let's check out this video. Actually, let's turn that music off. Alrighty, and now let's go. Pretend you're listening to Lord of the Rings music. Funny thing is, I am actually watching Lord of the Rings right now. Me and the wife just finished the Hobbit trilogy. Now we're watching Lord of the Rings. Just started Fellowship last night, extended edition. So this is the new Infinity Studios Witch King of Angmar life-size bust. Obviously part of their Lord of the Rings line. They have Sauron and the Nazgul, and this is a very welcome addition. Extremely cool. You know, armor looks fantastic. You know, it's also incredibly big. So look at those dimensions, 151 centimeters. That's roughly 60 inches tall. So it's, you know, similar in size to like the Sauron and Nazgul, which don't even fit on a garage shelf. Alrighty, and here is all the photos. Yeah, I mean, that looks like it came out of the freaking movie. Yeah, so here's the full bust. Obviously very similar to the Nazgul in the sense it's holding the swords, although this one, the sword's to the side, not directly in the middle. Although I think with the Nazgul it worked simply because they don't have a face to look at. Where him, if it was in the middle, would be blocking that cool looking, you know, like helmet. He definitely has a lot more detail to show than the Nazgul. You can see more of his armor. Granted, the Nazgul, you can like bring it up. He also has the shoulder armor, the face armor, and I would say a better base. You know, the Nazgul base was super blocked. I did like it, but this one I think is better. You know, I can't pronounce Minas Tirith or however the heck you pronounce it. You know, where basically they came out of in the movie. I definitely like this quite a bit. The armor looks very aged, as you can see. Good texturing, you know, aged like cloth material. I don't know if the sword is metal, but I'm guessing not. You know, but it looks like an aged sword. The armor looks excellent. You know, like, look at that. Like all the brown, aged, rusted look, you know, because these guys are, I think, thousands of years old. So, yeah, very, very cool. Gets me really excited for my Prime 1. Yeah, and check out that base. That is sick. Yeah, I remember, like, specifically, the Nazgul came out of here at the beginning of Fellowship, you know, chasing after Frodo. But in Return of the King, this thing, like, had a green light or fire shoot out of it, and they all came out of this when Frodo was going up into Shelob's, like, cave. So, very cool base. Does have that green light up feature to give that effect. You know, like, look at that. That looks cool. You know, like a nice little diorama. And there it is with the Nazgul. So you can see the heads are about the same size. The swords, I believe, are about the same size. You know, and that looks really cool. Like, if you had, like, 2 Nazgul with him in the middle, or imagine you bought, like, 8 Nazgul with him in the middle and then Sauron. Dude, that would be so cool. That's a lot of money in space, but... yeah, so he is definitely a beast. 87 centimeters wide, 78 deep. That is huge in terms of real estate. And then the 151 tall. So this thing is an absolute beast. I'm guessing price. So the Nazgul was quite cheap, actually. It was only like $1,600 bucks, something like that. I actually did originally pre-order the Nazgul, and then I canceled it, determining, you know, because this doesn't fit on a garage shelf in my low-ceiling basement. And my garage shelves are all about 34 inches tall. You know, like that's where they go. And then I have about a 56-inch clearance. So these are 59 inches because the sword and this one, that helmet's almost as tall as well. So the only way I could fit something like this, you know, the Nazgul and Sauron, is to lower the garage shelves. You know, and... yeah, I mean, Sauron alone takes up one entire garage shelf. This almost an entire one. It is some serious real estate to be able to go down this, you know, rabbit hole. So I already passed on Nazgul. I passed on Sauron. So this is a pass for me as well. I'm not looking to get life-size bust for Lord of the Rings. You know, I had the Lurtz bust, which I loved. It was amazing. It was silicone. It was huge. But, you know, unless I was to do like a Lord of the Rings room, you know, like let's say that room had no Transformers, no Monsterverse, then yes, I would get all the busts. You know, I would probably do like a bust wall and then my 1/4 wall, or intertwine the 1/4. The problem is these busts are so big, I feel like only a half scale or 1/3 would work next to it. A 1/4 wouldn't look big enough because these busts are too big. You know, like these are humongous busts. So you definitely got to have a 1/3. You know, and there is a 1/3 Witch King by Darkside Collectibles. So, yeah, this thing's definitely super legit. So, congrats to anyone picking this up. It's, you know, amazing. Definitely better than Nazgul. I don't think it's better than Sauron, but it is extremely cool. My guess on pricing, probably $4 grand. You know, considering he has a ton of additional armor and a more detailed base than the Nazgul. I mean, there's no silicone, so maybe it's $3 grand. But $3 to $4 grand is my guess. I mean, the Nazgul also came out years ago, inflation, so it could be $4 grand for this. You know, and I'm sure it's, you know, that cool in person. And, you know, here in the description, they talk about it. The weapon. It says the statue's weapon is detachable. So I don't know if you could just display the sword behind him if you wanted to, but then his hands would be holding nothing, so that'd just look weird. It's a $399 edition size, shipping in Q3 next year, which is great. That's actually a pretty quick turnaround, because most companies like Prime One, when they're doing a pre-order, they're having it ship in 2025. So the fact they're still able to get it to you in, let's just call it 10 months, that's still pretty nice. You know, and I don't think production on this would be super difficult, considering the only thing you have to paint is the armor. You know, you just get the cloth that this material maybe weather it a little bit. So it shouldn't be too difficult to replicate. 400, that's an okay edition size. You know, I don't anticipate this selling out. So, you know, I think you're fine if you wanted to not pre-order and just wait till it's in hand and then buy it. But all of my preferred sellers are in the description below. Let me know what you guys think of this Nazgul bust. And I will see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.